Welcome to the fourth episode of Yap Gap Sao Y. We are the Sao Y and we are going to yap about BL. I'm Sama.
And I'm Maya.
And on today's episode, we thought, what a great time to do a little bit of a review of Head to Head, since the last episode, as of recording, the last episode came out today.
It is still fresh in our minds.
Yup. So, we were thinking of structuring this basically about what we thought of the final episode and then delving a bit more into the series as a whole. So what were your thoughts on the final ep? Let's go.
Honestly, I kind of like the way how it wrapped everything up. I was so scared watching, the episode 11 where it's kind of like the turn of the series where everything that can go wrong goes wrong.
Yeah.
There was so much drama in episode 11 in that, Jin's dad comes back, but at least in that episode, what's his name? Van and Farm worked out their problems and are sort of like rebuilding that relationship. So that kind of left this episode being more calm.
Yeah.
More just like cute and just like, oh, you're happy for everyone, I think.
Yeah. I agree with you there. I think it wrapped up everything pretty well. Like both of the storylines of Van and Farm and then Jin and Jae, I think they were wrapped up pretty well. Obviously, the series has been a bit of a roller coaster, so we went into this kind of not knowing what to expect and if it would be good or not. So I think it was above my expectations, but that's because my expectations were kind of low.
Yeah. Did you also think that the episode preview at the end of episode 11 going into episode 12, it was just really like, it kind of put you on edge? I'm like, is there another bad thing that's going to happen?
Yeah, it felt a bit like fatalistic. I was like, oh my god, someone's going to die again. I don't know what's going to happen.
It was cruel for no reason. Like, I was there at the back of my mind thinking, it can't be that bad. Like, knowing GMMTV, they're not going to make it terrible in the last episode. Although they've done that before in, was it Leap Day? But
yeah,
I don't think they're going to do it
just gonna say. I was going to say, I remember you saying that in Leap Day, who was it, Pond died?
Yeah, they killed off a character.
Yeah.
Basically.
Oh, we should say, obviously this is going to be not spoiler free. So
it's not spoiler free. It's a whole series review. If you haven't watched it, why are you here?
Exactly. So go watch the series. I mean, you could skip to the end where we say if we would recommend it or not. And if you feel like compelled, then you can watch it.
Should I spoil it now? I think you should watch it.
Yeah. I'll say overall, despite my concerns and my complaints, I would still recommend it.
Another thing about this episode, although I say it has minimal drama, do you remember at the start of it where it was just like one of Jerome's dreams about, the dream where Jin dies?
Yeah.
What was that for?
I don't know. Sometimes I feel like they're kind of just trying to fill up a bit of screen time by just reusing the same clips.
Yeah.
So maybe it was just that. I don't know. But maybe it's just to show how appreciative he is that, Jin's not dead. That he's like,
I was appreciative of it, but it did scare me again. I was like, this is a series of, many little, heart attacks. It's like, is the thing that could go wrong that he's imagining will go wrong? Will it actually go wrong, or will they avoid it? Or will another thing go wrong in its place? It seems like a whole series full of unlucky moments. Do you remember when they both had those head injuries?
Matching head injuries, and he was like, oh my god, couple fit.
What was it? Something fell from height and hit Jin in the head. That was majorly unlucky. And then Jerome gets hit. Was it by a car? Did he get by boxes falling off a car or something?
I can't even remember at this point. They got injured so many times that I'm just like, as we said, get a subscription to the hospital.
Yeah, their insurance is really working.
Good for them. Make use of it. But yeah, I think I liked, like I said, they tied up both the storylines. I think Van and Farm had some really cutesy moments. I think Jin and Jerome also had some really cutesy moments. And yeah, I mean, it was a nice, happy episode at the end with a bit of, still the plot sprinkled in of, okay, now we finally understand why he was having these, visions of the future. It was because he was making these wishes in the future. So this is essentially his wishes coming true.
Wait,
like
you're
we
saying this
finally
now, and now it actually sets in. Now it actually makes sense.
There you go. Because I know some people during the series were kind of complaining that like we don't know why he's having these visions. We don't know if they're real. We don't like people kind of wish that they gave us more background information on the visions themselves. But I low-key kind of disagree with those because he doesn't know. So why should we know? Like we don't have to know.
I didn't know at the end. Although now that I think about it, I do remember like earlier on in the series when we saw him making those birthday wishes, and we did see him like hoping, like wishing, oh, Jin was still here.
I just didn't make that connection.
I didn't make that connection, and I still didn't make it at the end until you just said it. So yeah, it makes so much sense.
That's why he meets his future self, and he's like, "You finally done it! Like, yay, you did your best."
Actually, can we talk about that future self for a moment? Because if I was standing with future me, and future me said like, if you've done your best, then everything will be okay. And me being me, like being so doubtful, I'm like, did I try my best? Did it still go wrong? Like for me, that wasn't very encouraging at all.
I was like, just tell him that he's fine and no one's gonna get hurt.
Fine. Yes, it's okay.
If you've done your best. Well, I don't know if I've done my best, but in all the timelines of all possibilities, maybe I could have done more.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah, I get you.
I think that one of my favorite moments in the series came from this episode, and I think a moment where I was like almost like tears welling up was when Van and Farm were in like Van's house, right? And then it was like this episode was all a moment about families, right? And the moment when Van said, let's create a family together, essentially. Oh my gosh, that is the most emotionally mature thing he's ever said. This whole
I know, right?
Whole series.
Oh, that was so cute. There was another moment that kind of made me a little bit teary. I almost cried, but I didn't. But I almost did. Was when they were like, "This is just me being me," but like when they were celebrating New Year, I was like, "Oh my god, I want people to celebrate New Year with," and like,
and it's the fact that it's like all families together. Like I forgot that both of their mums were like best friends.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's so cute.
It's so interlinked, this family.
It must be so nice to them as well to like having seen their boys basically like be rivals for so long to finally see them like get along. Like I've always heard of like best friends wanting to get pregnant at the same time and like give birth at the same time and then raise their kids at the same time. It must be so nice to them for them to finally be like, they don't hate each other anymore. Like we finally reaped what we sowed.
Yeah, actually that makes me think of the Thai title a little bit, because the Thai title is, what was it? ไหนใครว่าพวกมันไม่ถูกกัน. I will help you.
I was gonna say, tell me later.
It means like, who says that they don't get along? And it makes you think like, why didn't they get along? They don't hate each other. They've just...
No, well, I think it was purely the thing of when they were younger, at 7 years old, when Jin told, or like Jerome found out that Jin liked him, and it basically was like, fuck off.
And it's developed into this whole, we hate each other now. Like, can never be like friends, and we'll always have to fight and compete with each other.
Yeah.
But I'm glad they finally like had that moment where it's like, why do we not like each other, actually? Maybe let's flip it around and actually...
Maybe we should love each other.
Maybe we should like flip it around and then like increase it by like 100.
Why not? Yeah. Why not?
Yeah. that was my thoughts on the final episode.
I have one more thing to add.
Okay, let's hear.
I relate.
JJ in every show.
He's always in between everyone.
Perfect 10-liners. It's the same lines as well, pretty much. Like, it's about the same thing. He's always got everyone just like alone, and he's like talking about how alone he is.
It's like always the one line that comes to mind is when I can't, was this perfect 10-liners? Yeah, where he was like, "Yang mi fan." I relate to that. Poor him.
Exactly. He was like fifth wheel, especially in this like whole beach trip, sitting literally in between the two couples while they're literally like competing on how much they love each other.
I was literally just thinking like, guys, can we remix the couples just so he doesn't have to be like by himself? Like, I don't know, put Jin and like Surf's character Van together and like put them just so he doesn't feel alone.
It must be such an awkward trip for him, especially like at least You know what? If it was me, at least I'd be happy to get a room on my own, I guess. You wouldn't
True.
want to be with both. Either.
No, yeah, if I was in a room with a couple, that would be... I don't want that.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, very good episode. I think we ended on a great high note.
A great high note. I think it, not that I didn't like some of the moments, I do think me seeing how everyone's happy kind of makes up for the fact that how stressed I was earlier on. It's like, because I feel this series was one that had me on the edge of my seat all the time. Especially like, specifically it was the moment where Jin finds out about his dad. I'm like, when is this going to happen? They've like shown this like flashback and its many not flashback, like vision in its many iterations over multiple episodes. I'm like, it's gonna happen now, and then it doesn't, and I'm like, oh my gosh.
It was such a build up, and it was, that was stressful.
But actually, I think the scene where Jin actually finds out, like the real reality scene where he finds out, my favorite scene. I've never seen Keen act so well in that. Whether it's like all the emotion in his voice, he was screaming, but it was like anger or sadness or pain.
It was so good
for him.
It's so fun to see like how much they've developed from Only Boo as well.
Yeah, I'm so excited to see what they do next and like what series is it? Widow 101.
Yeah, I'm so excited for that.
I think also as Keen's characters are usually like quite funny, like quite comedic, because he's a funny guy as well.
Yeah.
So seeing that he can do both, that he can be really serious as well, very impressive, I think.
Yeah. I would say one thing I kind of wanted a bit more of this episode was I kind of felt like there was such a sudden switch up of like from him being angry at his dad to him just being fine with it.
Yeah, so it would be like a not behind the scenes thing, but we have to assume like, maybe he had a moment to reflect about it. Maybe he's discussed his feelings with Jerome, and that's why he's suddenly okay with it. But I think if they had more time, maybe they would have done it, or maybe it just wasn't written in general. But you know,
yeah, I feel like the pacing of the series was a little bit weird, and I feel like if they could have like pushed that back a bit, so then we could have a bit more time to see that. Because I just feel like, they're like, oh, dad didn't actually abandon us this whole time, like he's actually been there the whole time.
But then what do we see about that? Where was that?
And also, as a kid, he didn't know any of this. His mum didn't say anything. So in his mind, and in terms of like the psychological effects that he's been through over the last 20 years, he has been abandoned. Like he doesn't have any knowledge of his dad having any sort of like involvement in his life. So just that sudden switch up was a bit weird. Like, not that I don't appreciate it, but it was just like, oh, this feels a bit forced.
I also kind of feel the same way when it was Farm deciding he forgives Van for everything that has happened. Because although if you're like so like deeply in love with someone, like maybe you would switch up like that too if you know that there's a chance as well. But he was being angry, and I do get like it's hard to be in the same friend group as someone who is like who did something really bad to you. But at the same time, I'm like yes, Jawa is a pretty crier, but I still don't know if I would have forgiven him. Like,
he is quite a pretty crier, to be fair.
At the same time, I wouldn't have like left him like homeless for a bit. So I guess I would be kind of like fine, but I wish he wasn't like that as well. But I understand because he's just a patient guy, you know.
Yeah, he has too much patience, honestly. If it were me, I would have been like, nah, fuck you. I don't want you here.
But at the same time, I do think that the scene where Farm and Van go back to Van's house to clean up, and then I saw the house and how it's massive, how it's so massive, and how empty it is, and everything is covered in like classic sheets as well. I understand. I wouldn't want to be there too.
All I wish for is I wish they had put that earlier in the series.
So much more bad.
So much more of like how he acts would have made sense.
Yeah.
It was just like, oh, this is a shitty guy and he's a player, and like, why are you guys all friends with him? If we had known like, oh, he has a really sad backstory, and like, I don't even remember them really mentioning that his parents were dead. Like, maybe they did, but it
They
didn't
did.
feel like it was
They
a big
visit.
plot point. Okay.
Do
But
they
it's just-
visit his parents' like grave? I think they do.
Yeah, I think it must have been something like that. But it didn't feel like such a big plot point. I felt like they should have emphasized that a bit more, because
No.
then I would have understood a bit more, like, that's why they're sticking by him. Because if
He
he's
has
just
no one
a dick
else.
and there's no reason for it, like,
Yeah.
why would you be friends with this guy?
Yeah. Exactly. Another issue that got forgiven really quickly. You remember when Jin and Dro broke up for like half an hour? I get that, like, Jin was like high on emotions from
Yeah.
finding out about his dad, but at the same time, like, okay.
I kind of loved it though. That was kind of one of my favorite like scenes, because I was like, this is so silly. I love it.
At least they could come back and hug it out.
Yeah.
It's easy when you live like off in the house opposite. You could just come across the road.
He's
and
like,
"Oh,
I
we're friends again."
regret what I said just half an hour ago. I'm back. Another thing, so I said like Van, they should have told us more about his backstory. But I also kind of wish they had delved a little bit more into Farm's backstory as well. Because all we kind of know is that him and his family don't get along. And that he's
Why
rich.
don't they get along though?
No idea. I really wish that was like a bit more, because this is my thing about the whole series in its entirety. I feel like the pacing was really weird. A lot of the time, some episodes felt like they were filler episodes and nothing really much happened to like contribute to the plot. Or it was a bit repetitive to the point where I was like, we're just going over the same things, like round and around. And I just think if they had delved into more of this backstory for each of these characters, it wouldn't have felt so repetitive, and they wouldn't have had to like fill the time with all this stuff.
I think if they were going to fill time, you might as well make it a 10-episode series.
Yeah, exactly.
Or if you want to go back into it more, give it another 2. But use it wisely.
Exactly.
No more filler, more story.
It was, yeah, I just feel like the pacing was what really weirded people out about it. The pacing, having like weird filler episodes. And then sometimes I felt like, I don't know if you felt like this as well, but I felt like the editing was so janky. Like sometimes, like I think I remember specifically, I can't remember which 2 episodes it was, but finishing one episode the week before and then watching the new episode the week after, I was like, wait, did I not watch the last part of the last episode? Because I was genuinely like, this feels like we've just jumped in time and nothing is making sense to me. I don't know if I've missed something, if I'm watching like a cut version. It just felt like it was a bit disjointed sometimes.
This is kind of off topic, but I kind of feel that way about Melody of Secrets now.
I'm not watching.
You're not watching it, but like the whole point is that like Book's character has amnesia, and me watching it makes me feel like I have amnesia because I'm like, what's going on? Did I miss something? Am I not paying attention?
Yeah. That's what watching this series made me feel like. I kept being like, have I missed something? Like, and then I go back to rewatch and I'm like, no, I didn't miss something. It's just really weird.
I didn't notice it myself about the editing, but maybe if I go back and rewatch it, I'll pay more attention to that. What I have written next is like just my favorite characters. Do you want to hear?
Yes.
I think my favorite character is JJ, just like straight out. Like, there's too much drama with everyone else, but at least I know I can count on.
Was that boy ever in class?
In his own classes? I don't know. In their classes, yes. Also,
I think I was gonna say, I think last episode I saw people tweeting like, oh my god, I never thought we'd see this scene. Mai in his own classroom.
he doesn't have his own friends, but he only has like these fashion. What does he even study?
I just don't know.
Was it like engineering or like economics or something? Like,
yeah, something nerdy.
Yeah. I do love that one moment where he was really serious when he was like, berating is the wrong choice of word, but like telling off Van for like his behavior, how he's treating his own friends. Like someone needed to be honest with him, and I'm glad it was Mai to do it.
I felt like they were coddling him a little bit too much. Someone needed to tell him like, you are being a dickhead. Get your shit together because you're hurting our friend.
Like, come on, man. Why are you trying to ruin the group's dynamic? Just be nice.
No, exactly.
My favorite scene with him though was in it was this scene that we just spoke about, like in the last episode, where he was like, what was it? What did he say? Like, I'm suffering so much, like, "Tolama masheme, tolama masheme," and he kind of wraps the cord around the phone cord around his neck.
That was so silly. And then he was like, "Nah, this hurts too much."
I would be so surprised if he improvised that. That's more expected. But what about the twins? Why are they so good at being funny and improvising like this?
They probably entertained each other while they were growing up. Like, imagine being stuck with this other guy that just looks like you 24/7. You'd have to come up with some way to entertain each other.
I think my second favorite character I love main characters. I would pick Jin. Like, I think I just love Keen. I think I'm just like, oh, a mummy to Keen. Like, honestly, anything he does, I'm just like, oh, look at you.
That is exactly, I was going to say the same. Jin. But mainly because I love Keen. Keen is so sweet. And I've just loved both him and C, but especially him, like, since my Only Boo.
Yeah. I really liked seeing the relationship between Jin and his mum. Like, because they only had each other for so long.
Yeah.
And just, like, they act like they're best friends. Like, calling his mum, like, Consue. Like, oh.
Yeah.
Was it? Pretty woman, but in like, I don't know how to say it in like a weird way. Yeah, like that.
Lady.
It's just so cute, and yeah, I do really like the whole not open house aspect, but you know how they're always at each other's houses, and it's just normal. That's what happens when like your parents are best friends. You live opposite the street and your neighbors, so my house is your house is my house.
Mi casa su casa.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were so cute. Their relationship, him and his mom. I've never had that, and that would be so nice. Like, that would be cute. But yeah, no, they were really cute.
What about you? Favorite characters? Was it Jin or anyone else?
I'd say Jin, and then maybe Van. No, hold on. I forget which one's Van and which one's Farm.
Farm is Surf. Van is Jawa.
That's also confusing to me because I don't know which one's Hold on, I've written
the rich one.
Okay, Farm.
You like Farm? Okay.
I like Farm. I think he's super mature, and I really liked his emotional maturity, and that he had the patience to put up with such a dick.
I think it comes from like what's his name? Surf's demeanor in general. Like, he kind of seems very calm, while Jawa seems more like energetic. So I feel like this really translated well into the characters as well. It might also be because like Jawa's quite young, and Surf is our age. So
wait, how old are both of them?
Let me give it a quick Google. Surf is 23. He was born in October 2002.
Same age, yep.
Jawa is born in 2006. No, 2005. 2005. So he's 20 years old.
So 3-year gap? Not too bad.
Not too bad, but like, don't you think like anything younger than, like, for me, anything younger than 2003, I'm like, oh, you're such a baby. Yeah.
I think it does especially depend on like just their personality as well, because some people are young, but they act very like mature. Like, William is kind of like not giving his age. Like, he feels like my age, or like maybe a year younger, you know? But yeah, some people, like, I don't know, Pung. That is a baby.
Pung is a baby. Yeah.
Not to veer off into like Domundi, but I love Pung.
We might have to make an episode on you talking about Domundi friendship.
Actually, maybe we should do that.
Okay, add it to the list. Along the line of characters, though, I did really enjoy at the start of the series the cameos with New and Paul. Seeing New play, was it Pita, Logo? And Paul playing Nong Beam. So cute. I love seeing Paul in like literally anything. Just when he appears, it's not a series without his cameo at this point.
Exactly.
His discography is growing just because of these random like, this is me when I was young character, or like, this is my friend, or something like that.
Yeah, the cameos were fun. I kind of completely forgot about like the beginning. I can't lie, I kind of forgot half the first half of the series.
It's kind of weird when you're watching the series from like every weekly. You kind of forget what happens in the earlier parts. I do think I really enjoyed the earlier parts, and then in the middle, when I was kind of confused about the story, I was like, oh, okay, this show's okay, and then it got better at the end as well.
I think we just got a bit lost in the source towards the middle. I think that's but yeah, the start, I completely forgot that it was all like they liked racing each other and like broke his arm, and that's why he had to live with him. And
I want to know, does Jerome ever get his car back? Or is it just sitting in the driveway still?
I'm sure he does now. I'm sure he's like 1 point back for like basically saving them from death. They've probably realized that like he's probably gonna be safe now. Don't worry, guys.
Let's take your car instead of my car for what?
Exactly.
He got the opportunity to drive though by the end of it. Not his own car, but still.
Yeah, I was gonna say they should just share a car. You guys are married at this point. We live in the same house. You don't need more than one car. Just have the one car.
Yeah. I don't know if you want to talk about anything else. Should we give it an overall rating?
Yeah, let's give it an overall rating, I think.
Out of what? 5?
10?
10? Okay. You go first.
Okay. I will say, if you had asked me this like 2 or 3 weeks ago, it would have been lower probably. But I think the final episode like has left it on like a positive note that I'm willing to forget my issues in the middle. So I will say like 6.57.
I give it a 7.
Closer to a 7, yeah.
It hasn't turned me away. It hasn't turned me off of university dramas. I still love them. Every time I see them, I eat them up. And if there's a series with like a good group of friends, automatically I love it.
Yeah.
We are perfect timeliners. All of those, I love.
I especially liked also that they weren't engineering students or like...
Oh, fashion was really different. Yeah, that was really original from them.
And I was like, you know what? This is actually more realistic. They are more likely to be queer if they're fashion students. So yeah, I very much enjoyed that.
I think what also adds to my score is the OSTs. I really love the main theme song. What's it called? Called? Turns Out It's You. Permanent spot in my playlist.
That's the one point I forgot to mention. The OST. I love the OST.
Non-skip for me. I will watch it through. I love the point where it's like, oh yeah, you get a chorus and then it's like a pause and then you get another chorus. I'm like, yeah, let's go.
Let's go.
Yeah.
It's added to my, I make a playlist every month of songs songs I discovered the month before. So I just like listen to those on repeat. I kind of like, I associate those songs with that month. That song, the main OST is on there for this month. And I love it. Every time it comes on, I'm like, this is such a banger.
I do also feel like the ones that played in the series, so the one that Surf and Jawa sing, love it. Like I wouldn't, it's not something I listen to in my own time, but when I'm watching it and then they have a moment and then the song plays, I'm just like, cinema. Because it always ties the moment together, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I need to go back and listen to like the whole OST, but yeah, everything I've listened to while watching has been so good.
Chef's kiss. Okay.
Chef's kiss.
I haven't got anything else to say. I just want to say that after like going into this series, I was riding off the high from like Muda Love High by My Luck, and now I'm like so ready and I'm waiting for when Muda Love Love Me If You Swear, the one with Surf and Jawa in. So excited for that. this year and last year was like Seekin, Surf Jawa. Yeah.
Have they made Surf Java an official couple, or is it still like?
They have, because they're playing. They play basically. They played this. They've got Muda Love coming up. They've got next year with Roommate Chaos as well. So.
Oh, okay, yeah. So solid.
We will be seeing them again soon.
Nice, solidified. Okay, final thing is, would we recommend the show?
I think of course it's like an easy show to watch. Like even if you get like confused in the middle, it's still like it's still something entertaining to watch on a Sunday. For me at least, it was. Yeah.
I think I would say yes, I would recommend, but like be glad that you're binge watching it and not in
Yeah, you don't have to
time.
wait to find out whether like, oh, is this gonna happen? Is it not gonna happen?
I think that was the main thing. Like, my issue was if there was a filler episode, I've like basically just waited a week for something that I'm like, oh, this is
Yeah, there's
like
no answers to my questions.
like
I
it's
guess
not
I'm gonna wait
that
again.
great. So it's, I think if I would definitely recommend it if you're gonna just watch all of it at once or like over a couple days, because you don't have to deal with that. You won't be confused if you've missed something or not because you haven't. So yeah, I think I would recommend. We love Sikeen. You know,
We
it's
love
cute.
Siki, we love Soft Joa. We're just supporting the kids. We're supporting the kids these
The
days.
children.
They're growing up. They're doing more and more. Love to see it.
Are they the same age as us? Yeah, but
A
like
little younger.
one of them.
One of them is the same. But yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, I think that's all we have to say.
I think that's it. Short and speedy.
A 30-minute episode. I feel like that's a good time. Thank you everyone for watching the 4th episode of Yap Gap Sawai. I hope you guys enjoyed, and let us know in the comments what you thought of Head to Head.
See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.